the freight train.
Well, here we are, waiting for a train.
Here we are.
We're on time, too.
Definitely.
Yeah. We've gone European this year. We're taking the train. Trains in the United States are always early, right?
I don't know about that.
Okay. Be here pretty quick. Are you excited?
I'm very excited.
Yeah?
Very excited, yes. Get to go to the big city.
The big city on the Amtrak Borealis. We made it to the train on time. We got on the train. That was pretty easy, and we are now on our way on the Amtrak Borealis. Train they just put in service recently. Check it out. See what it's like to travel by Amtrak in 2024. How do you like it so far?
Nice smooth ride.
Nice smooth ride. It's a lot easier than driving, and it doesn't really cost any more than driving when you consider all the gas and the wear and tear. So I'm looking forward to sitting back and enjoying the ride. Should get where we're headed about 6:30 tonight, and we'll check that out when we get there. All right. So, you know what I've been thinking as we've been rolling along here past all these familiar highways and towns that we've been going by for years on our way out west? This is so much easier. The ride was what we expected for a train, some swaying with a fair amount of noise. Between that and the proximity of other passengers, we didn't have the best conditions for recording a narrative on the route, so it's a little muffled. Scenery along the way was typical Wisconsin, Minnesota, when away from the river. The view along the Mississippi was something we don't see normally, since we typically stay on I-94 in Wisconsin and cross at Hudson when we drive to Minneapolis. Going by the Quick Trip warehouses. Huge facility. Moving from car to access the diner car took some balancing at times, with the train swaying back and forth.
And ladies and gentlemen, now arriving Lacrosse. This is Lacrosse. Final call, Lacrosse.
Here we are at the station in Lacrosse, Wisconsin. Quite a bit bigger than the other ones we've gone by, but a little bit bigger town. Probably more history here.
Our next station stop will be that of Winona.
The time is just flying by. We went by a couple of those towns that it seems like it would have felt like an eternity to get by them while driving. So I'm enjoying this. This is so much nicer. It's cool and comfortable, and we just get to watch the scenery.
Something you don't normally do when you're driving.
That's right. Yeah, I'm busy driving. And it's kind of stressful driving at times, especially in the summer when you got a lot of other traffic on the road. And something else occurred to me. And that is when we try to park in Minneapolis, the last time we were there, it was a nightmare, and it was very expensive. I think we're almost covering the cost of this train to take a train trip by the savings in parking. So
Nice.
let's just see how the rest of it goes. So far, I'm pretty impressed. We are crossing the MISSISSI PBI.
Once again, next scheduled station stop is Red Wing, followed by St. Paul Union Depot.
We enjoyed a deluxe Amtrak snack. It's past our normal dinner time and we're hungry. We found a little hummus and some chips.
And a cup of coffee.
And a couple cups of coffee. You got it. It's interesting, time-wise. We've been traveling by train probably a little bit longer now than if we'd have been driving. And I looked at the Google map, and if we were driving, it would take about an hour and a half less. But I tell you, it feels like it's going a lot faster. If we were driving, it would feel like an eternity. And this is just, the time is just flowing by. So
Definitely.
I think this is a pretty good deal.
It's fun.
Yep. As we got closer to St. Paul, the train went from wooded and rocky to suddenly we found ourselves at Union Station. It struck me that it switched so quickly from rural to city. Here we are,
Here we are.
St. Paul, Minnesota, in the Hyatt Hotel, just a block away, not even a block from the Union Station. Got off the train, walked through the station, about 450 feet away from the hotel. Couldn't be any easier. It's a nice area, too.
It is.
And right across from the Union Station is the transit.
Mm-hmm.
Hop on the transit. It's just, you can see it from here.
And what are we going to hop on the transit and go do?
Well, we're going to go to downtown Minneapolis.
Yeah.
And we're going to go to U.S. Bank Stadium, home of the Minnesota Vikings, which we don't care about because we're Packer fans.
But anyway.
We've been to Lambeau Field how many times?
Oh, lots.
Lots. But anyway, we like U.S. Bank Stadium for concerts. Should we go to a concert maybe tomorrow night?
I think maybe.
Who's in town?
Jeepers.
We've seen Rammstein here. We have, yeah. They're metal.
They are.
Yeah.
They're industrial metal.
Industrial metal.
German
Yeah.
industrial.
German industrial metal.
Right.
Maybe we'll go mellow tomorrow night. Yeah, I think
Okay.
we'll go mellow and do a little soft rock and go to the Metallica
That's
concert. Yeah.
Sure.
All right. Give me fuel, give me fire. Yeah.
Yes, for all you fans out there.
Well, now I think we need to do what?
Find something to eat.
Right,
I'm
because
really tired.
It's been a long train ride and the train was a little late.
But all in all, it was a very
was
nice experience.
less hectic than
Oh my
trying to
gosh.
find a parking spot.
And paid $32
A night, yes,
No,
very
thank you.
expensive.
So that was a wonderful way to get up here. I think we'll come more often.
Right. Well, here it is, a beautiful Sunday morning in St. Paul, Minnesota. We've got a little time to kill before our activities tonight. What do you suggest we do?
Well, in looking at a map, there's a couple of options, and I think we're going to start out with the American Art Museum.
Oh, okay, that sounds like fun.
Yep, it's just a couple of blocks that way and over, and an easy walk. And there's a possibility of the Science Museum, but we'll see what
Okay.
else we see along the way.
All right, because about 4 o'clock we need to head to downtown Minneapolis. All right. Really nice accommodations here for bicyclists. We got a bike trail, and you can cut right off to the side of the sidewalk. Well, we've been through the Museum of Art here. It's,
American Museum.
American Museum of Art. It's a very small art museum. They say they're going to be expanding. It's a reuse of an old commercial building here in downtown St. Paul. This whole area is like that. It's repurposed buildings, a lot like you see going on in areas of Milwaukee. So,
Big cities,
yeah,
yeah.
big cities, and actually it makes it a nice area. I'm not a big art museum guy. It was okay.
It was interesting.
It was interesting.
That's
I'd rather go to a science museum, but at any rate,
Yes.
it was an interesting experience. If you're into art, there are a lot of volunteers working in here. I suggest you check it out. And again, just a short distance from our hotel, interesting sight here, the Mississippi River and the rail line that we rode on yesterday, mostly freight, some Amtrak passenger traffic. Interesting, pretty area, right next to a beautiful park on a sunny summer morning. Very nice area. Well, we made it, not quite a mile.
We did.
Yep,
Yeah.
very convenient. Right along the river, beautiful walk. We are at the Science Museum. It also serves as the Mississippi River Visitor Center. Let's go inside and take a look. Here we are inside. Looks like a museum entrance. And there is the visitor center. We'll check this all out. The museum contains an interesting selection of displays talking about river life, wildlife on the river. Well, just outside of the museum, I see there are a lot of interesting buildings in the horizon, and right over here, some interesting spires, and you said that looks like an old historic area, so why don't we give that a look?
Sounds like a good idea.
Well, here we are, a little bit of time before our event tonight. Grab a bite to eat, and we found this cute little place right across from Union Station. That's a busy little place. It's bright, not too noisy. Got just the perfect light menu that we need. What is it called?
The Lost Fox.
The Lost Fox. So, if you are coming to St. Paul on the train and you're staying right nearby, check this place out. Seems like it's a really nice place.
Friendly wait staff.
Nice friendly wait staff, so I'm looking forward to our meal.
Fuck, man. No, cut it out. Man. Get over here. Cut it out.
left the hotel, and it's a quick walk over to the train station. Waiting in line to board the Borealis.
Oh yeah, yeah, but that's better.
Well, we are back in Wisconsin. Just went through Lacrosse. Been on here for a couple of hours. It's been a nice smooth ride today. The weather's beautiful. Facing a different direction, looking out a different window. You managed to get some work done on a newsletter you've been working on for something, an article, and we both dozed off because we're old people and we were out late last night. That's right. And managed to find some vegetables for lunch. So now we are a little ways out of Toma, and before long we'll be back in Wisconsin Dells.
Almost home.
Almost home. Yep, this has worked out great. Off to our right is a bike trail leading Sparta all the way to Lacrosse. There's Sparta right there. Trail we have ridden a couple of times. Part of the 400. Elroy, Sparta, Sparta to Lacrosse, the trail system. Well, things were rolling along great today. Made much better time than on the trip up, and then suddenly, past Toma, we hit a delay. 25 minutes to a half an hour delay waiting for another Amtrak train to get through. Apparently there's some track issues and both trains can't go through at once. So I know this is a one-point curve, our first trip this way, but that seems to be the issue. A lot of train interference between freight trains and track issues, so we shall see. There you have it. We had a great weekend.
We did. Riding the Borealis was a lot of fun, and it was something that both of us had wanted to do. We've never ridden for a length of time on a train, So that was interesting to
Yep.
see.
That's the first time in my life I've ever ridden a train any distance. Yeah, I've ridden on antique trains in a nearby railway museum
Sure.
for maybe 5-6 miles, but never took a train any distance across the state.
Oh, it was very interesting. We had a good time with it. We did learn, though, that we want to make sure that if you, like, we were going to an event on Sunday evening, so we rode up on Saturday. You want to leave yourself a little buffer there just in case, because not that it's not on time, but there are things like, because the freight trains have
The delays that we had slowed things down.
Right.
Some of the delays you saw in the video slow things down. You just got to kind of expect that riding on Amtrak, I guess. So.
And the food, well, it was train food.
Don't expect a lot of good food.
The water was really nice.
The water was nice and cold, yes.
Restroom facilities
But
were
again,
fine.
the just not having to drive was just fantastic. Not having to park a car and deal with it, and what we paid for train fare was about what we would have paid for gas and wear and tear in the vehicle and parking, and we didn't have to deal with the vehicle.
And trying to figure out where we're going, where to park, where to everything. Yes,
I'm ready to do it again sometime.
And we're still talking to each other.
That's right. And the other thing this weekend was not something new for me, but seeing Metallica checked another band off of my list, going way back to 1970 when I saw Jimi Hendrix live. I've seen just about all of them now.
Getting there.
So
gonna see what's next.
And you really love metal.
Oh yes, I am a real metal.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Well, like I tell people, I get to ride a train, I get to stay in a hotel, I get to eat out in restaurants, and I get to people watch for 4 to 5 hours with very interesting people. So
oh yeah, young and old.
New experiences. It was very very
so,
interesting.
Anyway, that was our weekend. It's great to be back home. And
Till next time.
Yeah.
Take care.